Hello guys and welcome back to a new video on my channel. This is actually a new series as you guys wanted to know the strengths and weaknesses of the formations. So I chose to start with the 4-2-3-1, but the next video will be your choice. Anyway, in this video I'll explain the type of players you need to perfectly apply this formation, and then I will discuss its strengths and weaknesses. Throughout the video you will be watching some examples from Liverpool's match against Arsenal. Liverpool used the 4-2-3-1 formation and 1-5-1. Now let's get right into it. So as you can see, the 4-2-3-1 consists of 4 defenders, 2 defensive midfielders, 3 attacking midfielders and the sole striker. But why do managers use this formation? Well, the 4-2-3-1 is one of the most balanced formations in football. Whether the manager wants to play defensively and depend on counter-attacks, or he wants to play attacking football and win midfield battles. So what type of players does the manager need to apply this formation? Nothing too special about the goalkeeper and the defenders. Generally, having 2 different types of center backs is always good. What I mean here is, having for example a defender who can carry the ball out under pressure, and another one who can play accurate long balls. The same thing goes for the fullbacks. One who attacks more often, performing many underlaps and overlaps, and the other one who would be more of a defender and stays at the back. But anyway, for this 4-2-3-1, any kind of defenders will do the job. Moving to the midfield, you need to have a central defensive midfielder who is responsible to connect the defensive and midfield lines. He must be able to pass accurate balls under pressure, and he must find spaces in the midfield to be able to counter any kind of man marking or high pressure from the opposition. The other midfielder should be a box-to-box midfielder. This player must be able to carry the ball from the defense to the attack. Playing as a box-to-box midfielder requires a lot of stamina and a high work rate, as this player helps the team defensively as well as offensively with shots from outside the box when needed. Moving to the 3 players in the attacking midfield positions. You need to have 2 wingers who play wide, but they must be given some defensive roles too. Then you need to have a playmaker and a striker. So now that you know the type of players you need to apply this formation, you need to keep in mind that the lack of quality of your midfield will result in losing the main goal of applying this formation, which is being tactically strong offensively and defensively. What I mean here is, if you play with 2 holding midfielders, your team will not be able to move the ball forward on the ground, which will then force the playmaker to drop down to get the ball, which will switch the shape to a 4-3-3, so you will lose the strengths of this formation. Another weakness is actually an on-the-pitch positioning issue. For example, when both midfielders are positioned on the same line during the match, the opposition easily breaks the organization by one through pass behind them. The same thing goes with the attacking midfielders. It's always better to have one wide winger and the other one who plays close to the playmaker. It allows the playmaker to move forward alongside the winger by playing 1-2 passes and through balls, or switching the play to the other winger. When playing on the same line, your team lacks the variations in the attack. Now let's talk about the strengths of this formation. As I said in the beginning of the video, this formation is one of the most balanced formations in football. But what makes it so? Having the ability to attack with 4 players in all attacks, which becomes 5 players when the box-to-box midfielders join, while on the other hand defend with 6 players in all scenarios, which becomes 8 players when the wingers join to help the fullbacks. This is the main strength of this formation. Another thing about this formation is that it allows the team to perform quick transitions and very good counterattacks. Whenever you intercept the ball back, you will find 3 players up front on each side of the pitch to even get any clearances if the ball was not passed accurately. So to summarize this, the 4-2-3-1 gives the manager full options while attacking as well as full options while defending. The managers also use it to avoid switching formations in game. For example, if a manager wants to win a game 1-0, he would start with an attacking formation until he scores, then switch to a defensive formation, which will cost him positional substitutions. Using this formation will allow the manager to attack with up to 5 or 6 players and then defend with 8 or even 9 players. At the end, you can vote from the poll in the top right corner of your screen for the next video. Which team do you like to watch using this formation? Comment below. Thanks for watching.